This is the Success Mint Podcast, Episode 4, The Risks of Not Taking Risks. Hi, I'm Mike Carruthers. Are you a risk taker? Actually, we all are. Your entire day is filled with risks. Walking down the street, driving in the car, eating breakfast, all involve a certain level of risk. You could get hit by a bus or get food poisoning. Life's risky, but you've decided that those risks are worth taking because the rewards for doing so are worth it to you. We all have a risk tolerance. There are some things that clearly aren't worth the risk, while others are. But then there's this gray area, risks that you get stuck on. Should I or shouldn't I? Starting a business is a really good example because almost everybody I talk to has an idea for a business, or they just like to have their own business. And the reason they typically cite as having not done anything about it is it's too risky. But here's the thing I find so interesting. As people get to the end of their lives and look back, the things they regret are more often what they did not do rather than what they did do. Dr. Carl Pilmer wrote a wonderful book called 30 Lessons for Living, Tried and True Advice from the Wisest Americans. And he asked older people what they regretted most in their life. And what they most often said was they regretted what they did not do. And they regretted spending so much of their life worrying. I think this is critical. There is no better way to objectively grade the quality of your life than to get to the end of it and look back and decide how did it go. When you're younger, there's always time to course correct. But at the end, all you can do is look back at a life of satisfaction or look back and regret a life of what ifs. For as long as I can remember, I've always thought that I didn't want to get old and look back on my life and wonder, what if? So I've tried a lot of things in my life, and I've started several businesses, some that were successful and some that didn't work out. But I'm still here, and for the most part, I don't regret any of it. Taking a risk like starting a business requires making a change. But people don't like change, and other people don't want us to change. Well-meaning friends and family members will often advise you not to take a risk or try something new because, well, they like you just the way you are. It's like the smoker who doesn't want his friend to quit smoking because he'd lose his smoking buddy. It's easy to take their advice because you trust them. But should you take their advice? In the world of careers, what was once safe is now risky. Working as an employee is not what it used to be. The job security of yesterday is all but gone. Most employees could be fired or laid off at any time with no warning. Now that's risky. Of course, there are ways to help bulletproof your employee status, and we'll be talking about that in future posts and podcasts. But the point here is that believing you're safe because you have a job working for someone else, it's a false sense of security in a lot of cases. What is exciting today is that starting a business is a lot easier, less expensive, and much less risky than ever before. Technology has made that possible, but I often hear people lament that they just aren't tech-savvy enough to start a business, particularly a web-based business, or they believe they've got to come up with some new breakthrough idea. Well, what if I told you that 93% of all new businesses today are copies of other businesses? 93%. That's according to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor run by Babson College. And as for having to be tech-savvy, well, yeah, you've got to be proficient on a computer today, but you don't have to be a genius. And let me give you a quick example. I recently heard a podcast about a program Amazon.com has that I never really knew about before. It's called Amazon FBA. FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. Now, in essence, you can sell items on Amazon and let them handle the shipping and customer service and you make the money. Anybody can do it. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple and straightforward. It takes time and there are frustrations and there's some strategy involved, but you really can make a lot of money. I was skeptical at first, so as is my nature, I researched it, and then I discussed it with my wife, and now she is selling products using the Amazon FBA program. And it seems to be working very well. Technology allows this program to work, but it doesn't require a lot of technology smarts. Anybody can do it and make money. In fact, I can't see how you wouldn't make money with this. And this is just one example of how technology creates opportunity, but you don't have to be a techie person to take advantage of it. In fact, with the Amazon FBA business, you don't even need a website. My point here is that technology and the marketplace have opened up all kinds of great opportunities above and beyond just having a job. And I hope you don't dismiss ideas and desires you have as too risky just because someone told you they were, or because you don't think you have the smarts to pull it off. Trust your judgment, and don't get to that point in your life where you look back and regret that you didn't, and wonder what would have happened if you did. That's got to be the worst. Whether it's starting a new business or starting up a conversation with someone you've never spoken to before, don't be afraid to take a chance because it seems too risky. Thanks for watching. I welcome your comments. You can put them in below, and please follow us on Facebook or Twitter and share this with your friends. And please let me know if I can be of help. I'm Mike Carruthers. Thanks for watching.